Hello everyone and welcome to the glow-in-the-dark circuit. Now this is a really simple circuit with just 3 components. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. What we're going to be doing is using one of these guys, which is a variable resistor, an LDR, a light dependent resistor. Essentially in bright light it offers a very low resistance and in darkness a very high resistance. They come in various shapes and sizes, and it's really best if you grab your multimeter and test how much they resist in the dark and in the light. This particular one that I used for this is about 200 ohms, a bit less in bright light, and about 200 kilo ohms in the darkness. So to build a circuit, we are going to start with the most basic of circuits that you're probably familiar with, which is just your LED circuit. So there's your power, that's our LED, and that's our resistor, and that is the minus terminal or the earth. The resistor is usually about 330 ohm. 300 to 390 is good. So what we're going to do now is add this guy in sort of a bypass way. So that's our symbol for the light dependent resistor. So let's take our scenario 1. Let's say it is bright light outside. So this guy here is going to have somewhere like maybe 200, probably less, ohms resistance. And what is going to happen is, in bright light, he is going to divert some of the current to go through him, around the LED into the earth, and some of the current is going to go through the LED. But most likely, if the light is bright enough, that won't be enough current. So the voltage drop over here is going to be something like 2 plus volts, which will leave an insufficient amount for the LED, and our poor little LED in sunlight should go off. Now let's think of the scenario where it is dark. So all of a sudden, this resistance becomes 1,000 times more. And for the current going through, it becomes very small, next to nothing, which leaves the most of the current to go straight down through the LED, turning it on and making the LED go on in the dark while it was off in the light. That's it, so let's build it. Okay, so this is the really simple version of the glow-in-the-dark circuit. As usual, we start off by powering up our breadboard. Black rails go into the ground, so we have this blue rail, that's our earth, and red rail goes into the 5-volt terminal. Bam. Alright, so this is plus, that's the minus, and the first thing we do is we just turn on one LED. So we're going to power it by connecting it from the plus terminal into the earth through a 330 ohm resistor, which is a standard LED resistor for a 5-volt circuit. So that's our resistor, and hopefully when we plug this guy in, yep, the light goes on. So the way we're going to build our glow-in-the-dark circuit is essentially we are going to put in a light-dependent resistor that's going to act as a bypass. So essentially what's going to happen is the current is going to go, instead of going through the LED, it's going to go around the LED through this light-dependent resistor. Provided that, of course, the light is bright enough, which it's not with my present setup. So there it is, that's the bypass. Now, I'm going to shine a laser on this LDR right here, and the laser is roughly as powerful as midday sunlight. So once I do that, hopefully the light's going to go off. And as you can see, it does. And on, off, on, off, on, off. And there you go. And to show that this is a glow-in-the-dark circuit, it should get even brighter if I sort of shade it a bit more. And it looks like it definitely does. There you go. That's as simple as you could possibly build it. I warn you though, it's only going to work in differences between what is direct sunlight and night. But it essentially works.